Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot, which is currently down roughly 6%. Now, the entire market is slightly starting to see a comeback. Obviously, we're down today, but if we look on the lower time frames, slowly coins are starting to make their ways back up. Now, the S&P is up today, ever so slightly, nearly 1%, and that is due to Donald Trump and his tariffs. The whole crash was caused by Donald Trump and the tariffs, and we have a few updates on that. So, the main update is that there was meant to be a call between Trump and Xi Jinping, which actually got cancelled just minutes after China retaliated with their own tariffs. And those tariffs are essentially going to be a 15% import to be placed on US coal and liquefied natural gases, and on the import of cars as well. So China has retaliated. They've also filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization, and Donald Trump essentially just cancelled that call and let the tariffs go through. Is that going to start a world trade war? Well, we will see. Obviously, with Canada and Mexico, the tariffs have been delayed as they enter some negotiations. With the tariffs now placed on China, obviously two of the biggest economies of the world, China and America, slightly going to war on the tariffs. So it will be interesting to see. The S&P seems to be liking it though. It's up again 1% today, seeing a nice climb. So clearly the market likes it, but the crypto market is obviously a slightly different market. And the main issue we have with crypto right now is whenever we get these sort of crashes due to, you know, things sort of based out of cryptocurrency, like the tariffs, for example, which only will really affect companies in the US, not these cryptocurrencies. We get these crashes regardless, but when those sort of FUD events happen and they reverse, like, you know, the delays, for example, we don't see that instant spark back up. Obviously, yesterday, yes, we saw a 50%, you know, jump. For example, here on DOT it was 30%, but we see these jumps, but nothing like on the S&P, where it's a lot more tame, it's a lot more controlled, and we're nearly back up to where we were, you know, on Friday, like not the start of Friday, but the close of Friday. So yeah, it's slightly different, and it's just a sort of lagging situation, which we're gonna have to wait for the crypto market to fully recover. Another reason why alts are falling, including Polkadot, is due to Bitcoin dominance, which saw a huge spike yesterday, saw another spike today. It has now started to come down, which is good to see. You know, I think right now alt season is slightly out of the question. We have a long way to go. Like, you know, before, when we were ranging at these highs, it was like a 5 to 6 week timeline if everything would go correctly. Now that some things haven't gone correctly, we're looking at like an 8 to 12 week maybe horizon. So yeah, still got some time to go. Sui is one of the only coins that is actually performing really well, up 6%. We bought in today, yesterday at these lows. Really good to see. But Polkadot is lagging behind, and lagging behind quite a lot actually. It's down today. It's sort of approached this, you know, support that we have here on the daily, which I think is quite a good area to start dollar cost averaging in. If you're a long time viewer of the channel, you'll know that in November we were actually purchasing Polkadot really throughout this entire segment in the green right here. You know, from like September down to November, we were purchasing Polkadot, and we rode the wave up to like 4x from $3.50 to $12. So yeah, we had good gains. We held. It's come back down. We're accumulating more. Probably going to get another push easily to $12 during alt season. And a lot of people were sort of speculating, why didn't we get alts mooning even more? And the main reason is because of meme coins. So usually cycles flow into Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then altcoins. But this time the market has been moving slightly differently. So meme coins have come around and obviously sparks a lot of FOMO in retail, and essentially people in retail were investing all of their money into meme coins rather than these utility based coins like they were in 21 or 17. So yeah, that's essentially why we didn't get enough volume into these utility based coins like Polkadot, and why we didn't moon even more. Now that a lot of people have lost money on meme coins and have seen meme coins are essentially just pump and dumps, which is what they are. I think anybody that trains meme coins can agree. You know, 1 out of maybe 100,000, maybe 500,000 meme coins actually lasts more than a month. So yeah, those numbers are insane. And to probably more, 1 out of like 10 million, I would say, because there's so many meme coins being launched. So the chance you find another Dogecoin, dog with heart Pepe, that lasts years, you're going to be you know, losing a lot trying to find that one. So I think now people are going to revert back to utility based coins, and we should start seeing a slight increase on a lot of coins. Sui is already seeing this pump, really great team there, and Polkadot I think should carry on really soon. So we're accumulating more. And another great thing about Polkadot is the staking. The staking rewards are really good, so you can accumulate at these low levels, stake up, and just ride the wave out. Like, you know, I know a lot of members that were accumulating at much higher levels, but they staked up their coins, and even though we've fallen maybe slightly below the initial entry price, they're actually up because of how much DOT they've staked back. Slightly a weird concept to grasp if you're not too familiar with it, but yeah, you know, it's made it back. They're already in profits even though the prices are lower than their entry. So there's a lot of ways you can play it on Polkadot, and I think the spot buying and staking it is really good. For long trades, I'd really not be looking at anything yet. We want to see some upward momentum, which we're not really seeing yet. I don't class this as an upward move at all. This is just a dead cat bounce consolidation. So we need to see like something, for example, you know, similar to this, where we can actually claw back. This is all in a downtrend as well, so when we get into these uptrends, it's much easier to judge, you know, how a coin will move. Here, like, we get an order block, you can enter at the order block tap, you know, full fill. Like, there's so many different entries you can play that it really doesn't matter. So as long as there's an uptrend happening, we can find these entries and, you know, really utilize them. For now, we have to wait. Want it to consolidate a bit more, something like this. Maybe we start trending back up, and then once we start trending back up, we wait for it to come down to like an order block somewhere here, come back down, and then we obviously get our entries in and we moon. That's something that we'd be looking for. Bitcoin is another thing we need to take a look at. Obviously starting to see it climb back up over 100,000 now, which is good to see. This morning, Tuesday, was down to like 98,000. Wasn't that good to see, but everything's started to come back now. So yeah, that's really all there is to it. There's not much happening apart from that. Tariffs, you know, annihilated the week. I think this week is sort of over, I think, for news. Maybe there'll be more news regarding China and America and their tariff war for now. But apart from that, I think we've seen the worst that there is to see, which is obviously this huge dip that we saw, like 50% on altcoins. And I think it's a good time to accumulate if you haven't done so already in a lot of coins that are still down. You know, Fetch still down at these good levels, XRP slightly up but still good at these levels, HBAR still good at these levels. And if you haven't watched the video I did this morning, then I highly recommend you do so on Sui, because we talked about a dollar cost averaging strategy there, which I personally use and that I'd highly recommend you guys to use as well. So yeah, that's practically it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please do make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be getting trades sent to you every single day, then check out the Discord down below. It's super easy to join. It's like $60 a month, and you know, members make their profits back within half of a trade from the first trade. So yeah, join up. Super easy to join, super easy to follow our trades. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.